towards my country would always strike fear within me as a child growing up in Jamaica. It meant being in the dark. It meant food spoiling in the fridge. And worst of all, it meant high death tolls due to lack of electricity, especially in hospitals. Blackouts incurred due to natural disasters can span up to 300 days, costing the lives of 3,000 people and an associated economic loss of $40 billion in the case of Puerto Rico. Now, countries can deploy diesel generators, but according to a report by the European Union, this is a massive logistical issue due to the size and weight of these generators, which can still take up to 3 months to arrive. What's worse is that these generators have a large carbon load, and they contribute a significant amount to air pollution. We need an easily accessible mobile technology that can provide immediate aid to third world and developing countries. SubR's mission is to develop world-class submarines that provide global access to electricity for countries in need. We produce 50 megawatt submarines that utilize less than 5% enriched uranium that can travel up to 37 kilometers per hour. For example, it will only take our submarine 30 hours to get from Florida in the United States to Haiti. From a safety point of view, our submarine is superior to other ocean-based modes of transportation because it is resilient in extreme weather. SubR also offers the opportunity to support technologies such as desalination and hydrogen production in our target regions. Now, this is an already existing technology. In 1982, the United States Navy deployed submarines to Hawaii to connect to Hawaii after a hurricane caused a power outage. Also, Naval Group worked on developing FlexBlue technology, which is a stationary submarine that was designed to generate electricity for coastal areas. How does it work? Our SubR module uses a PWR and a turbine that produces electricity. That electricity will then go from the submarine to the transformer to the grid to emergency facilities. We will also have service facility on site, which is allocated to providing maintenance and refueling. Now, our technology is disruptive, yes. So we conducted a survey, and the results show that our participants are in favor of a submarine over a ship as our ocean-based mode of transport. Furthermore, 75% of our participants, they wanted to see a submarine deployed for natural disaster relief.
SubR empowers countries to provide electricity for their citizens in times of disaster. We're selling a product, and our customers will be governments, for example, the government of Philippines or Japan, who suffer from blackouts every year due to natural disasters and already have robust nuclear infrastructure in place. We also want to see country groups work together, for example, the Caribbean group or West African group, to pull together and get one SubR module between them. And this really goes back to the Non-Proliferation Treaty. One of the key tenets is spreading the peaceful use of nuclear energy all over the world and encouraging countries to collaborate and work together. So, how big is the market? Well, countries spend billions on disaster relief and also disaster preparedness every single year. And they're really looking for the ideal product to spend that money on. We see our project going in 3 phases. So phase 1, 2020 to 2022, we want to gain the right partnerships and get the design licensing. Then the next phase, we want to get customers to sign a design contract with us for $100 million. And phase 3, by 2025, we want to deploy SubR for operation. The French government is interested in investing in businesses exactly like ours through the brand new $13 billion Business Innovation Fund. We also want to get into commercial partnerships with these companies to provide technical services, manufacturing services, and fuel cycle management services. This is a look at our 10-year financial forecast. We actually spoke to one of the engineers who worked on the FlexBlue project at Naval Group, and he informed us that our project would cost approximately $200 million to build, as well as extra money for personnel, and we're going to sell it for $300 million. By 2023, we're going to see a positive operating profit, and by 2028, operating profit of over $100 million. And we're inviting you to be a part of that as investors and partners.
SubR Technologies was founded by 4 women who have either been affected by or work in natural disaster relief. We founded SubR Technologies on these 4 pillars with a united message of developing world-class submarines to provide global access to electricity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go far. Choose SubR.
So, we'd love to take your questions. Thank you very much.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the technology that you intend to be using? You're going to be using a nuclear-powered submarine, also providing electricity, correct? So
no. So basically, the submarine will be held by diesel. So it's going to be already nuclear submarines already exist, right? In France, they use low-enriched uranium. And they have the K15 reactor, which is 150 megawatt thermal. So we're not looking to reinvent the wheel. There's a sort of a layout already that exists. There are several companies that have tried to sort of have this as a power generation source, and we're just sort of making modifications and updating this specifically for countries for disaster relief. So yes, it's a diesel propelled, but it will contain a reactor on it.
okay, that's an SMR embedded into a conventional submarine.
Exactly.
Good presentation, thanks a lot. Know a little bit about submarines from my past actually. I'm curious what your thoughts is on the whole engagement with international licensing, all that type of thing. You know, a lot of nuclear propulsion submarines, it's different licensing arrangements with certain military operations and things like that. So how would you overcome that and plans to engage with the regulating community and different things to make this a success?
Okay, so SubR is going to be a French company based in France, and you can see that our technical partners were all French-based. One of them, the manufacturing partner, Naval Group, they already manufacture submarines for countries all around the world. They just signed a massive contract with Australia. So we first, and in terms of licensing and regulation, we want to get the French licensing first under ASN, and we're going to hire experts in licensing from countries all over the world to get this product licensed. I mean, part of the reason that I mentioned the early customers being, for example, Japan, that country already has a robust nuclear infrastructure, and it's going to be a lot easier for that to be our first stepping stone when it comes to this technology and this business. And once we get more established, we can then branch that out to other countries that might not have, there might not be as much experience in getting the regulations there, but with that time frame, we'd be able to break down those barriers and accomplish that into the future.
Okay. Certainly having global licensing would help this as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this nice presentation. Thank you. I love the girly things. I have a question. So your goal is to develop and build this SubR submarine, but then you bring the electricity to the coast, and what is happening from the coast to the citizen when everything is down?
Okay, so when a natural disaster occurs, there are really two main issues when it comes to blackouts. One is the generation goes offline because it's destroyed, and the other is the loss of infrastructure to the grid. So we're really tackling the generation issue, not the grid issue. And I'll give you an example of a case study. So in Cyprus, their power plant exploded, and they, to get that back online, it took over a year, and in that time they had to import 135 megawatts worth of diesel generators and operate that for that full year. And they took 90 days to arrive from Israel. So we're not looking to replace the grid infrastructure, we're there to provide the rapid generation, because when generation goes down, even in the case of the Philippines hurricane, where they had the worst blackout in the history of humanity, it took over a year for those power plants to come back online. And it's quite, you can get the grid back online relatively quickly, especially if you're prioritizing certain key areas like hospitals, government buildings. But to get power generation back online, it takes an incredibly long time. So that's really where the market is for this product. And in terms of what you said about coming to the coast, well, over 70% of humans live by the coast. And so that's, we're really getting the technology to people where they need it. And in fact, when it comes to like landlocked countries, This isn't so much of a problem for them, so I'll give you an example. The Turkey earthquake happened and their power generation went online, but they're able to reroute power from nearby countries into Turkey. So that's really where SubR comes in, where things like that are not possible, which is the case for so many natural disasters around the world.
What are your three main risky hypotheses for your business model?
So as
The three hypotheses that we make, that your assumption that you make your business model fly.
Well, one assumption would be assuming that the governments would actually want to form some type of consortium or an agreement to share a submarine in a specific region, and we offer that service to them. We're assuming that the service of us providing one submarine to a specific region, say for example one submarine being shared between 3 or 4 countries, we would sell that submarine at a lower cost because these countries would split the cost of that specific submarine. And so we're assuming that they're going to be interested in forming some type of consortium in that sense. And also on the other flip side, we could also sell submarines to governments who already have established nuclear programs. So if they just want a submarine for their own area, they can do that. So that's one assumption, assuming that they want to buy a submarine for a cheaper price by making a consortium. 2 is assuming that with the great issue of electricity generation versus bringing stuff back online. It goes back to or a core purpose of generation. And so we're assuming that the destruction to the coast would also be minimized in a sense, I guess. And I guess that's gonna have to be one of the R&D that we're gonna have to look at as regards to the creating structural protection as regards to our on-site facilities and the submarine, and how we connect from the submarine to the transformer, to the grid, to emergency facilities. And the third
assumption that we're really making is that governments will be happy to have these submarines come. I mean, let's say, for example, there's a disaster in Haiti and the United States wants to send a submarine as aid. We'd have to be assuming that, for example, Dominican Republic, which is right next to Haiti, would be happy for them to come in and do that. But we do think that they would be, and there's established precedent for that, because when the Haiti accident happened, the United States military sent, aircraft carriers and things like that, and the international community did seem okay with it. Do you want to add something else?
We also have to remember that there's an increase in number of natural disasters around the world each year. So we know that there's always one spot that is currently under need for natural disaster relief. So there's global market, the whole world, especially now that climate change is changing the extreme weather events.
So I understand you sell submarines, right?
Yeah.
And if I would like to buy one, how much would it be?
Well, we're only selling to governments at this stage. That's going to be the first step because
Let's imagine I am the government.
Okay, we're selling the submarines for $300 million, and as well as that, we're going to be offering other services along with that. So we'll offer consultancy services, we'll offer training, and we'll also even offer expert personnel to come to you, and maintenance services, fuel cycle management consultancy, and these are going to be extra revenue streams for the company.
Going back to that consortium agreement between countries, say for example your country doesn't want to pay the entire $300 million for the submarine, you could form an agreement with neighboring countries so that cost can be split. And so the country that would essentially pay the largest amount, they would have to already have a nuclear infrastructure on the country so that they can essentially dictate the where the submarine goes and at what time during natural disaster.
All right. Well, thank you. One last question, maybe? Yeah.
And just purely commercial, are you providing also the infrastructure for maintenance, or do they have
Yes.
to purchase separately?
Yes, so wherever we deploy our submarine, we'll also have a service facility set up in place. from the image that we had, where that service facility will be dedicated to refueling and maintenance of the submarine. So it's essentially a dry dock set up where the submarine can go in, and the dock will close, and then all that ocean water would be pumped out, and so you would have easy access to conduct maintenance on that submarine.